Mm. What
Chaz,
is going on, folks? As another working title sports show as me and D
month later, month
month
later.
I feel this works because life happens and then we kept saying we were gonna do it and it didn't happen because both of us had shit
You know
going
what?
on.
I will say this: we better keep our fucking promise during football season at least, because I didn't like see skipping weeks in football. I don't like doing, and it
Oh, no, no,
is
no.
because we're really good at that, And also, it opens this unnecessary door to two of our fans that love mentioning, like, "Oh man, so y'all lost, y'all ain't want to make a show," and they had like nothing to do with it. So I really hate that,
Gotta
and I
beat those
hate
allegations, D. You know how
I
that
ain't look like
goes.
like this. I ain't look. I'm a Cowboy fan. I ain't got nothing to hide. You see how sorry we are. What like? Why do I have to
No,
make?
no,
Do I
D,
have
D,
to
D,
play
D, D, D,
replays
D,
for you?
D,
Us
D, D,
losing?
D. Correction. We're not bad. We're painfully mediocre.
We're
Okay.
painfully mean. You're like stuck in mediocre, man. Like I had to explain to somebody.
Stairs at 6 out of 10.
I had to. Yeah, 6 out of 10. We've been like we every now like
I feel like both of us are
to
Bret
be a
Hart.
true Cowboy fan is to flex our 7 and 10 seasons like we did, like our 7 out of 10 seasons, like we really went to the NFC Championship.
We're literally
See
by
how
the time,
we won that wild card?
dude, when the dust settles, me and D turn to Bret Hart, where we're just critiquing like a
4 out of 10.
motherfucker stares at 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10. That line, 4 out of 10. Dak played his ass off, but that was like two
4 out of 10.
interceptions. 4 out of 10. You know what? I hate how people take mistake us, mistake our love for Dakota Prescott, thinking
We're
that
home. We're not homers. I hope people know that we're not
yeah,
homers.
like look. I hope y'all really realize we don't we cussed at this light skinned motherfucker, like really cursed, like Dak. I look. You know what?
They would have to kick me out of Jerry
We
World.
had we had some bad losses with Tony. But only under Dak Prescott, we have two losses where I did feel like Skip, where I truly wanted to take off all of my Dallas gear and huck it in the trash. That happened twice under Dak Prescott,
D, the
and only
pitch,
one of them I can blame on him, man. That's what
D,
I'm talking about.
the picture of that black chick when Dallas lost to the 49ers the previous season. That's the
Ooh.
summation of me and D every time Dak did something like
I like you know what is the worst part? I love how people like to bring that up. Here's me. No, I was with that
that
chick.
face. That face was just like,
We all made that same look like Dak about to lose this game. And watch, we're gonna have to back it up like, well, he tried. This nigga gonna
no,
have us
no,
up
no.
here the whole week going at work. Nah, what happened was I gotta do that now, Dak. No, no, when we get mad, Dakota. I gotta do that now, Dakota.
The only defense that I got is the people that be going off the deep end, trading for another quarterback, and I look at them like, what
You know what?
quarterback?
We can make it. It's been a month. We can make a brief stop on that. I was at work and we was talking about quarterbacks, and we had the, we brought up the whole thing about Tom Brady and all that. This, yeah, 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 yeah. But I was like, but anyway, Josh Allen came up. I was like, there's a lot of Tony Romo in him, and I was like, what you talk about, Wayne? I'm like, look, as a
That's a
dude
good
that,
thing
as a
and a bad
dude that,
thing.
had Tony Romo, mm, y'all got a team that could win something. So good for y'all. That's a good thing. Let me make that very clear.
The other
If
side,
Tony Romo had a winning defense, no offense to Hall of Famer, Demarcus Ware, and no offense to some of that defensive interior that was really good for Dallas at that time, but we just couldn't stop nobody.
couldn't
But
get over
that
that hump. It
I
was
know,
like, ah.
but like, yeah, because I thought Brady James was really good at that time too, and all the rest of that. But anyway,
Also,
but
accepting the 1 year that Brett Favre's old ass fucking got on us, and I was like, "Fuck you, Brett
But
Favre. We
that's
could
what
have
I'm
made it
talking
out."
about. See, if we had a good team, we would have been all right.
Yeah,
The Bills got a good team that could win the Super Bowl. Okay, so
definitely,
but
sure.
that being said, though, y'all don't smell that? Like, what do you mean? Y'all don't smell that Tony Romo fart he just did? What? He about to throw two picks and he's going to be scrambling his ass off to win this game. Watch what's going to happen. And what happens every single time.
Well, also,
Josh Allen is his own worst enemy. Yeah, he is a true
uh,
He a true
Was he?
gunslinger,
Was
yeah.
he also light skinned Jesus for the Chiefs?
You know, we had a fight about that, and what I found out is that a lot of people really do not like Project
Mahomes?
Pat. They don't like. They think he's full of shit. They like, and I'm thinking like it's probably Andy Reid. That's where I'm going on, but I really think it's light skinnedness. I
Perk.
really, I think
Hey,
it's Steph.
if
I
you
think it's a Steph Curry thing. I
if
think it's no, not Steph Curry. I think it's more like when Clay Thompson started talking shit. It's like, yo, Clay, you the whitest thing in the world. Shut up. I think it's the same way with
bro,
when
if
dudes like you and me, yo, Project Pack. Stop calling them that.
me, me, I'm like, hey, y'all gonna respect Perk Mahomes after
Yo,
that.
man, Perk Mahomes, young. You gonna respect it because his dad was a pitcher during the cocaine era. So you gonna have to
Don't mention cocaine because we're gonna talk about Gilbert Arenas fucking
nah,
goofball
yeah.
ass saying
I
that
would
shit.
Gilbert on that one, but yeah, same thing can be said for baseball. The second I heard it, yeah, man, I'm smoking on the Joe Barrow. Yeah, I like this. That's a nigga that had that booger sugar. You played for who? Boston? You definitely still.
That's a
No, he didn't
man.
know. He played for the Twins. I'm sorry, that's wrong. He played for the Twins. Here's the
That's a
thing.
man that has a cigarette hanging out of his mouth and know how what's wrong with your car
Man,
immediately.
that's a dude. That's a dude. Besides knowing how to here's the shitty part. Y'all, let me make this very clear. A lot of these brothers don't exist no more. They're either passed on or they just don't talk about baseball like they used to. But there were a batch of really what you call like niggas that played baseball, cigarette and all. See, that's the problem, man. He keep on doing
Oh,
like,
oh,
and,
oh!
they,
You
and they'll
talking
sit
are
and
you
then
talking like?
talk like it's like they're around like they're around a car, young. They'll sit down and see. The problem is he keep on throwing in that fucking
Oh,
slider. That slider is the reason why he keep on fucking up.
so what you're saying is that's like how my grandfather, my dad's dad, and his friends be talking about baseball. He
Man,
played. He played for the
old
Negro
black
leagues.
men.
He played for the Negro leagues around Mitchellville. They were like kind of like the minor leagues for the
Hmm.
for the other league and stuff.
Hmm.
And the way they talk about baseball, it be on that shit.
It's like some straight up old black man shit,
Oh
but it's
yes.
baseball.
Oh,
So I
it's
know.
legit 100% undercut baseball talk. Like
And it's so funny. I think a lot of and just real talk, man. We're lucky because a lot of our kids don't know how that shit sound. They definitely don't know how that shit sounds. So, but it's just so funny when I heard Patrick Mahomes' daddy come out there. I tried my best, Chris, and I watched baseball all through the '90s. I don't remember seeing his dad's last name. I probably did, and I looked at this one baseball card. I was like, because I had like the whole set that year of tops on baseball cards. I'm looking at this. Mahomes. I know I seen that last name at least. So whatever, man. He was what I call a serviceable relief pitcher, yeah. So,
but
whatever,
Josh
man.
Allen though,
But
man.
Josh Allen,
I
he
see
is
the
that's what
Romo-isms in him. I see
yeah.
it.
But like Patrick Mahomes is Jesus, man.
If they can
Man.
get over, my thing is this. That is the only thing stopping Josh Allen. If he can get over the Chiefs, he probably will be good.
If Joe Burrow did, he can too.
Yeah, yeah, he
I'm
definitely can.
guarantee you that if he can too, like they both can, yeah.
Yeah.
And the way and the way it's looking with the AFC, I really think it's going to be the Bills again.
Don't
And
don't don't let don't let the Jets bullshit fool you. I think that's fool's gold.
oh man, fools. Okay, to give Aaron Rodgers this,
He's good. Don't get it twisted, but
he's he's coming at this with the right attitude.
oh, you feel so? Do you think it was this come to Jesus moment and getting vaccinated that changed his mind?
Don't start that shit with me, Chris. Don't do that, man.
He's immunized, sir.
Where did
He's
he
immunized.
immunize? Whatever. He in New York City. He on his P's and Q's because I think he knew he already fucked up early. He was like, yo, I really can't breathe in this city. No, you can't. You chose New
The-
York. You had a chance to go to DC. That's just bitchy. DC's just bitchy.
you chose the
You're dealing
Clippers,
with a
the
like
Clippers of New York.
it's like this. It's like this. you had a chance to go to, like I said, it's either New York or you had to go to DC. And I understand DC is like, come on, man, nobody wants to play for the. You don't know where this organization is going. I understand that
His
shit,
ass would been
but
living and his ass would been loving resting in
he
Ashburn.
no one
Woo!
would talk to you. No one would talk to you up here. They be worshiping everything you effing do up here, young. You know why? Hey, he's gonna win us a championship. Yo, the radio station would be annoying. Aaron Rodgers is now in
Them white folk,
DC.
them white folks in
Hail the Commanders.
them white folks in Ashburns would sucked his dick for all it's worth,
Boy,
man.
you messed up, man. You know all these impressionable girls that go to George Mason that will do anything for you.
I thought you were gonna say G Dub. You said George Mason.
Hey man, that's G Dub. Those girls like mediocre basketball, volleyball, and they become lawyers. Don't do that to them. Don't you do that to them. Don't you set them girls up, man. Look,
You said George Mason.
George Mason on the other hand.
Down the street from George Washington.
And George Mason on the other hand. Didn't How's George Mason the hood one compared to GWD? God damn
I
it.
don't know, man. I still go back to the fact. I still go back to the fact that I sense a little animosity to the DMV when the NCAA had the Maryland Terps run wild on all the DMV area teams during the
I never
tournament.
no, I love how there's always this little thing of I feel that way about the New York teams. Like every now and then, it's like Seton Hall has to see like Manhattan, and Manhattan has to fight Iola, and Iona has to fight. It's like, yes, who would be the
Civil
best?
War.
Yes, of all the New York teams, who will be the best in New York City? And Columbia's there, but I don't know how Columbia made it, but they won their conference. So all of you must fight to the death.
It's like the
The king
NCAA
of New
was
York has it here.
NCAA was like, this is ratings gold. All the DMV teams are facing off in the NCAA tournament. Perfect.
It's like here's the funny thing. They do that same thing with North Carolina. Now here's the funny thing. Before anybody say this, they do that with North Carolina
Oh yes,
teams,
they do.
and they do that with California
Oh
teams.
yes, they
They do it
do.
with Texas teams too. They do it with Texas teams too.
North Carolina
They
is ratings gold though, because it'd be
That's
Duke
ratings go
versus
for
their.
basketball.
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
man,
Any of
you
them,
kidding me?
If Wake Forest got to play NC State got to play Duke. If Duke got to play shoot Greensboro NC,
Anybody from North Carolina,
UNC Greensboro.
it
Yeah,
could be
they'll
a
fight.
historically black college. It's a fight. It's
If
ratings
A and
gold.
T if A and T had to fight, I mean I had to fight, had to play North Carolina. All of a sudden, like where did these ratings come from?
It's like, why is the ratings up? There's
Why
a
all
lot of
these
black folks
Juneteenth?
watching.
Where all these Juneteenth colors all over the broadcast? What's going on here?
So it's like, I mean, look, anything to get ratings, but
You
dog,
know, yeah.
the Jets are literally the Clippers of the of New York.
Here's the funny thing. I think you say it right, New Jersey. Funny thing is, I think it's a decent setup. I don't think you gonna win shit. That's the problem.
I think
I
they'll
just
be in
don't think he's gonna win nothing.
they'll be in contention for a wild card spot. To give them
Mhm.
credit, I think they'll be in contention. Now, I don't know who they'll be over, but they'll be in contention.
All right, they got to go with the Dolphins, and I was talking to somebody else, so we can talk about it. So Tua is just deciding to come back to face death in the face, huh? Like, yo, bro,
I
you
hope
saw
that
Jesus, man.
I hope that O line holds up. That's all I'm saying. I hope it
Yo,
holds up.
man, look, real talk. If you in preseason, and it's one of those plays where a rookie, a second year, or a dude that's trying to make the team bust through, and now he doesn't, of course he doesn't hit up. He just grabs him really hard, and you shake a little bit. Sit down, think about everything.
Think about your life.
Like man, because I seen because some quarterbacks they'll get happy feet and they get touched like that. Oh shit! Like oh, forgot we had practice, nigga. Go ahead, nigga. Like I understand that, but Tua going like shake with it like I'm good, I'm good. Nah, sit down.
Get your 3 years, and you can retire early and get your pension. Just do that to her.
Boy, I feel bad. I don't know where the Dolphins are gonna go, but I think the Dolphins were going to end up, but I think it's going to be a really rough year for them. So there's a chance that they have an opening, but the Bills are going to be the Bills. I'm not put. I hate to say this because I was so against them last year. I'm going to be for them this year. So we'll see about the Bills. So, yeah, we'll see about that.
But
But I know right now everybody's really excited in Baltimore because they really feel like they have a second chance.
Well, they got
And they should.
Lamar, so they're
And they
like,
should.
yay.
They should feel like they got a second chance, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. So, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, on a side note of football, Deion Sanders has successful surgery, so his blood clot shit is officially gone now.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, good. I'm glad that actually worked out for him, bro.
Yeah, good on him because he was close to getting that leg amputated, and thank God it went through because people have been wondering that's why he lost his big toe on both his feet.
Both of his feet.
Yeah, because of
Yeah,
the blood clot. So they finally got fixed, so he's good to go now.
yeah,
So
man. That's still wild out my pops, man. See that motherfucker Shannon Sharp ain't shit. But that's still that wild out my pops. Like wow, like yeah, man. Like I tell this to a lot of people, man, especially when you're a great the sport is going to take something from you.
yeah,
I don't, you hope,
the sports
n-
gods
you know what I mean.
demand payment.
You hope it ain't your mobility. You hope it ain't your brain. It's some part of your body that's gonna go. That's why when I hear the story about Dirk Nowitzki, it's kind of heartbreaking because his girls are really good at soccer, and let's be real, he's a German, so that's his first sport. He can't go out there. Why,
His
baby?
knees.
Baby, when I did that commercial with Jabbar and I was just shooting around, that was too much.
My knees need a rest. I burnt them out during that championship run, so we're
Man,
done.
so like I said, it's sad with Dion, the dude that I consider like
The best.
incredibly fast, just the best. The sports guy said, "Give me both them big toes. Also, you're gonna have a blood problem going on down to your fucking feet, like you got diabetes and you're in perfect shape." What the? See what I'm saying, right?
Look, that's
Dudes
just
people who
I
have
feel.
diabetes have that problem, man. That's
I
messed
gotta be
up,
honest with you,
bro.
dude. I feel that's just the curse of being black. It's like
Yeah,
if it ain't diabetes, it's sickle cell
it's
threatening your
something,
life.
man. It's something, man. It's something
Like
with
right
that, man.
now,
That's a nigga
like right
disease.
now, I'm drinking my water and everything, and I'm praying to God as I get older, and nothing hits me on like, hey, so Mr. Powell, you got light diabetes. Oh Lord, no.
Like I have a feeling it'll be something worse than that, but man, I don't know, man.
It's like, what did I do? I was healthy. Sorry, diabetes, Chris.
That motherfucker, man.
Oh my
So
God.
it like I feel like I'm glad that Dion got that. Speaking of people, and I just mentioned him, man, about mentioning my boy Shannon Sharp.
Leaving Fox Sports because
Leaving spot Fox Sports, yeah.
his YouTube channel is kicking off. I think that's the bigger reason. His
I think
the
yeah, yeah.
Shay was it Shay Club? Shay
Shay
Club?
Shay, yeah, Club
Yeah,
Shay Shay.
Club Shay. It's been taking off really good. Like I think he hit 100,000
I know he's
subscribers.
taking a break from that. I know he's taking a break from that. I don't know where. I think he just doesn't know as far as the show
Where to go?
podcast where it's going to go. But he's taking his rightful break. 7 years. Here's the funny thing. Real talk. Skip and Shannon show started the same time we did. Around the
Yes, it
same
did.
time that we
Yes,
did.
it
It was
did.
a good indicator because I remember, I remember by the time we started, everybody was really questioning that show staying on the air because you remember a lot of people was like, "Well, I don't know if they're melding together," and then I think what really solidified them was the whole Kaepernick stuff. You
Yeah, that
really,
was when it
you
started.
really,
Yeah.
you really not only saw that there was this full picture of it, like Shannon was very, very critical of the stuff where he thought Kaepernick didn't do right, but at the same time, he was like, "Do you know what this is for?" Like Skip was the same way, but every time he stopped, like we are talking about police brutality. What does this got to do with anything else? It's like they were like they blended so well. So when all this came about Shannon about leaving, everybody couldn't help but just speculate, and
The
it was just
jokes.
ugly. It
I
was
mean,
just
I think it was.
ugly because people really hate Skip.
I think it was that. What was that situation that happened where Skip kind of sort of crossed the line with Shannon? What the fuck was
Twice
it?
in my book. That was when him and Shannon was talking about Tom Brady and all
Yeah,
the
Tom
rest of that.
Brady. Yeah, Tom Brady.
And real talk, there are some people that saw that, and there are athletes that saw that. Like, Yeah, yo. I understand where how Shannon feel, but shut the fuck up, Shannon. You like nigga, you played blah 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 blah. Yeah, you ain't Tom Brady. You were the best. The child to calm down, nigga. Eat your like now. If it was a other athlete, I don't think that would have been a situation. I don't think it
Uh,
would have been deal. If
nah.
that was Tony Gonzalez talking back at him like that, and Tony is better than Shannon, I
Top
think it
top
would. I
top top t-
don't think it would have been.
top tight end bar none easily.
Shoot, if him and Jason Witten got in that, he be like, "What you trying to tell?" Like, you're like Shannon, you played this position just like they're about even. They're
Which
about.
is which was
I think Witten's better. And I think he will admit that Witten
you know
got
what's
better numbers
interesting?
than him. But
I did
yeah,
not I did not know Tony Gonzalez felt Witten is just in that same territory of like top three because
yeah,
Gonzalez said that I was like, holy shit,
a lot of
because
guys, because a lot of guys in his era, everybody considered no Witten as the perfect one, not the best, but
yeah,
that's exactly what you want in a tight end.
yeah.
So I think that's really what it was. Tony Gonzalez is a fucking
Oh,
monster, man.
that dude was
Come on, man. Like, Tony Gonzalez, Tony and Gates, man, were just unstoppable tight ends to me, man.
Antonio
But
Gates. Whew.
Shannon Sharp was a precursor to them niggas, man.
Oh
To me,
yeah,
that's how it
yeah,
was. But that
yeah.
being said, that I think the Darren Hamlin shit was kind of just like it was a bad
That
situation.
one.
I
Yeah.
think it was a bad situation. But I
They're
think really
saying
what
they're saying what's his face might replace him though.
who
Um my man with the beard that fuck.
per
Yeah, Perkins.
ugh. I don't know. Look, whatever. That ain't the first
Anyways.
time I heard that. That ain't the first time I heard that either.
Okay.
And I don't know who should replace him. I thought the way they both said their goodbyes to each other was perfect. Damn near made you want to cry. They like you could really tell that there was a lot of emotion in there. Shannon really did owe a lot to Skip because real talk, nobody was going to give him no show in that
Show.
position.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah. And Fox, yeah, kudos to Fox, kudos to Skip for taking a chance on that nigga, man. That made him a superstar, man. I'm glad Shannon got it because Shannon is one of the most interesting players. He was already a big mouth. Now the dude knows how to talk on television. And he got more, and he's getting smarter to me. You know what I mean? I think Shannon's getting smarter as a broadcaster and all that. Yeah. So, yeah, they
Um,
create a fucking monster to me. And if I was Shannon, I had certain shit lined up, and they said, "Hey, so later on, I'm about to opt out now. I just want to take a break." I wouldn't be surprised if that's how it really went down. Like, you know what? I'm good, man. Like after the finals, I'm done, bro.
yeah, man.
Because and I told this to somebody else, and Skip said it. It's a beast of a show. That's a heavy ass show to carry, man. Those morning
Especially in the off season,
two
past the
hours, a
NFL,
2 hour show. Yes, that's hard to carry, bro.
because the NBA championship is over and we're in baseball territory now.
And they don't talk baseball on that show.
First Take does it a little bit more than that, but
They
yeah,
don't
it's
talk baseball on that show. They don't
yeah,
talk baseball on that show, and they don't talk they don't,
hockey.
they don't talk hockey. None of that shit. Speaking of hockey, Chris finally got one right.
This will be probably the second time. Vegas Golden Knights, congratulations on your
Do you
trophy.
want to talk about somebody who has hyped up the Golden Knights for the last 2 years, man?
They've been
Honestly, I mean,
they
since they came, though, since their induction into
6 years
the
ago,
NHL, yes, you
6
have
years.
been waiting on this.
I felt they were because you know what's interesting is when you get expansive teams. So the year that I said that the Caps and the Vegas Golden Knights are going to be in the Stanley Cup, right? I was like, this ain't your time, Vegas. This is the Caps' time.
Yeah,
But you're going to get one eventually.
I didn't
And
think
this,
it was going to be this soon and this quick because they had to mini reset that team too, man.
bro, they destroyed. So after Caps won the championship, and Tree did an actual good video on this, Vegas was floundering for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, Tree and to Golden Knights' credit, their leadership finally did it. They had to blow that fucking team up.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't so much of a hard reboot, but it was like, look. They took away a lot of the heavy pieces and some of the rookies that were just they didn't do jack shit because they came in an expansion draft and didn't do nothing at all. So they
Yeah.
had to there was a lot of reworking with that team. I know that much.
And they also got some good pieces from other teams too. So other teams gave literally gave up in hindsight, I guess you could say, good players to give the Golden Knights and stuff.
Role
So it's like,
players. See, the
yeah.
thing about hockey is that you give up, you get enough role players on the team, you get one alpha. You pretty much gonna win the Stanley Cup.
So it's so congrats to them. It's been great seeing. It's like, yeah, Vegas got a Stanley Cup. It's great. And look, they washed the fuck out of what's his face?
Who was it? They Florida, right?
Yeah, Florida. They washed them
Florida. You know what? The
motherfuckers. Woo!
Panthers, and I want to know. Let's see, and this is where I have to relook at how everything was going with the Panthers because I thought the Panthers were another franchise themselves that were kind of on this weird thing where they're gonna have to restructure shit. But next thing I need look up, they're
It's
made
great.
into the Stanley Cup. So it was like, okay,
Dude, they were washing everybody. They washed the Maple Leafs. They washed the Hurricanes. So it was like, oh shit, they're gonna fucking cruise into fucking Stanley Cup. Ah shit.
the Bruins were the funny one for me because the Bruins they lost to the Canadiens if I'm mistaken,
Mhm.
and so apparently this is something I didn't know. Despite winning the Stanley Cup not too long ago, something I didn't notice. These niggas don't win shit. Like they go to the playoffs, they don't
Oh,
win
oh,
nothing.
OD. The Bruins blew a 3-1 lead
Oh yeah,
against the Panthers.
and apparently that's a thing they do. Yeah, that's where they lost to the Panthers. I don't know. I thought they
They had a
lost to
3-1 lead, and
yeah.
I remember looking up like, well, I guess the Panthers are out. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. The Bruins blew a
The
3-1 lead.
Bruins, the Bruins apparently are that team. Like, I didn't know that. I
Oh,
didn't know that, man.
I saw a video where they detailed it wasn't Tree, it was somebody else, and they detailed like, yo, this is a thing with the franchise. They love blowing fucking leads. They did it to the Capitals one year too. It was like a
Niggas,
it was a playoffs the Caps had zero fucking business being in, and the Bruins was wiping the floor with the Caps. All of a sudden, Caps came back, boom, won the series, and everybody was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
apparently they have a see now the fun one this year for me. The fun one for me.
Yeah, that was it. Was the year Olaf? Oh, was it Olaf? Olaf Kozik? Was it Olaf Kozik? What
Ola
was it?
Jose, yeah,
Yeah,
Cozy,
yeah,
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 Olaf,
yeah.
yeah.
That was the year we had them in the Bruins. That was our weakest year ever, and I'm like, how the fuck did this happen?
Dog, who did they lose to? Who did they lose to this year? Who did they lose to?
What the
The
Bruins?
last no 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 the team that if we're gonna talk about hockey, let's talk about how hold on, what the fuck? Real quick. Because I wanna know how much they lost that game by. Oh yeah, that's what they lost to. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, but who did they beat before that? Who did y'all beat before Florida? Y'all lost to Florida. Got y'all ass handed to y'all by Florida. Who was it? I don't know. They beat the game. At least they got game one. Anyway, so I'm talking about my fault. I went to my own thing right there. Apparently, finally, in my lifetime, this is a thing that never happened in our lifetime. The Toronto Maple Leafs won a playoff series. I know. I know. Curse, let me get this shit straight. Dude, this is for a lot of y'all that don't know this. Do y'all know that I know a bunch of us seen like the Maple Leafs jerseys before? All of us seen them
Yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah.
Do you know that historically they're the biggest shit show in all of the NHL? These dudes refuse to do anything positive for the city of Toronto.
How is it that Drake has done more for Toronto than the Maple Leafs?
Oh man, Drake just having a hit single outshined everything.
The Raptors winning their first NBA championship.
How is actually I don't know if he's from Toronto. Going up on a Tuesday. I don't think he's from Toronto. I don't think that nigga's from
Well,
Toronto.
was it
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck
I
that
love what's her name?
I
I
love
love
Maka, whatever the fuck
yeah,
that
yeah.
kid's name is.
Everybody going up.
On a Tuesday.
I don't think he's from Toronto. The point is, Tory Lanez, D. Tory Lanez. Yeah, I'm thinking of a Tory Lanez song. But the point is, um, I love the fact that Toronto Maple Leafs are just inherently the one of the worst teams ever. I didn't know, and they won this year. It was so great, and I'm looking at the scores, how they lost to the Maple.
They got washed. They got washed bad.
Whatever. So look,
I
anyway.
mean, it's like they beat the shit out of the Lightning, and it's like, oh, showing promise, and then Panthers came in. It was like, nah, bruh, not today.
And again, and this is the team. They was number 2 in Atlantic. They were number 2 in the Atlantic. How the fuck? Anyone look? Whatever, man.
This season was weird in hockey because I was rooting for the Caps, and then somehow they didn't make the playoffs, and I'm like, God damn,
The
like
Caps are going through it too. We won't be. Don't be surprised if.
they're retooling. From what I'm hearing, they're retooling,
Don't be
especially.
surprised if we hear something really stupid, like sorry, like if because I think I fully plan for Alex to retire with the Capitals, but I do have a feeling we get like a 3-man trade because you trade him to Anaheim or
I
bullshit like that.
mean,
You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised
I
if
mean,
he gets traded over and his last 2 years of his career. I wouldn't be surprised at
if
that, man.
this
But
recent news is any indication about the Saudis owning the Washington teams, a lot of these teams might get an
Qatar
injection.
investment, yes, the Qatar investment people. Now here's the thing about them. Not now it's a false idea to think these people come to your these investment groups, these big firms and all this, these big ass corporations come to your team and they'll pump this money into you and win championships. No, no.
No, no,
That
no.
only works in soccer. So but but in the case of this, that means there's a reshaping of that team, and they do want a winning culture. Now, that's the one thing I do notice about them. Was it Emirates and
Emiratis, yeah, the Emiratis.
Emiratis, and is another is another one like that too. They demand that team be the top of the league and the top team in the league, all the rest of that good stuff like that. So if we see the Washington Wizards and the Capitals have that logo on their jersey, oh, there's going to be some extra funding into the team. Now, I don't know how that's going to trickle down to the front office.
Yeah,
And like I said, the shit only really works with soccer, but I don't know how that would trickle down to the main office. Now, as Washingtonians, Chris, how much more money I think y'all look. The only people that lived in DC would know this. Everybody in DC know about Ted. We all know that
yeah,
Ted
yeah. Ted
Leonsis
Leonis.
has been one of the most richest motherfuckers in DC in the last 35 years. He got
Hmm.
big during the dot-com boom and all the rest of that shit. We
Next,
know who that man is.
him and Jack King Cook were like the
Him and
two
him and
top
not
tier.
Jack Kid Cook. It was the other dude that had a lot of money. Whatever. The point is, we know that he is full of money. Can you imagine? Like and I will say this. While I feel that they could do more with the Wizards, and Ted always looks as the Wizards as this thing where it's like, "Come on, work," and
Come on, do something.
some come on, do something. It's more like, we had a plan. Come on, you know what I mean? It feels like everything he does for the Wizards, while cosmetically, in my opinion, looks really good. I do
Yeah,
love the stuff they're doing with the Wizards. They feel like there's more care and more effort put into this Washington team, and I really love it because there is a real basketball culture with the team. We're not producing on the court the way you want to, and I get it. I get it. So my question is, when it comes to this group coming to the NBA, when it comes to the NHL, how's that going to trickle down into the front office? That's all I want to know.
probably
And
the winning
if
culture thing makes sense though.
I don't think it's a one and one type of thing, but I do feel like it's like, no, you have the money now. Why is it not going the way you know what I mean?
Which
So
is
yeah, but they do demand a winning culture, like I said, man. So we'll
um,
see.
that's a good transition though to the NBA. First off, congratulations to the Denver Nuggets.
Yes, yes, yes.
I think what's been interesting about watching Denver is I finally figured it out after the dust has settled and marinating on everything. The reason why I like Denver is because they play very clean basketball.
Very
And
smart
from
basketball to me.
Yeah, very smart basketball. And what's been interesting, especially when you're online and how us as fans, which kind of goes into Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was in the Twitter spaces the other day and basically let the chopper fly on how people really how they intake basketball. He's irked by, which I agree with him because it's a lot of Monday morning quarterbacking that people do when they intake basketball,
Yes,
and
a whole lot of that.
especially I saw it when it came to Denver because people was like bemoaning that Denver made the NBA championship because they wanted to see the Celtics and the Lakers play. And I'm like, no, because Denver, like you said, plays smart basketball.
Yeah.
They're not lobbing up fucking threes like they're the Warriors. They're picking and choosing their shots. They know what they need to do.
And
Yo,
they have that white boy right there.
the man that doesn't
That
care about
changed everything.
basketball but does care about basketball, Jokic, because that man won the championship and was like, when's the parade? Oh man,
Man,
I was trying to go home.
I'm trying to see my horses. I hate the fact. Well, here's the thing. Joker is so big. Joker is so fucking big, man, that this motherfucker can not only pull up shots from the outside, he can go in the he go in the mid court. I mean mid range. Go in the mid range games, dribble you to fucking death.
Mhm,
And then while you over there double teaming him, he kicks it out to that little nigga right there. He kicks it out right there to Murphy.
mhm. Dude, you know
Jamal
what?
Murphy, I'm happy he won his ring because I told you I thought he
After
was
that
going to.
injury, he
I
needed
meant
this.
it. I
He
told
needed
you.
this.
I thought Jamal Murphy was going to be doomed to be Jameer Nelson. That's not a knock, but I felt like Jameer Nelson should have been way better than he was. And I like, yo, that's going to be Jamal
But
Murphy.
here's the kicker.
That's going to be Murphy. I can't. Murray. That cannot be Murray, man. But I'm glad he made it, man. I'm glad he got it, and I'm glad that this dude looks so good, man. Him and Joker just eight, man. Eight, man. I love it.
The play of the playoffs for me, Denver and the Lakers. Jokic just lobbed up a three over Anthony Davis and it went in, and that Lakers bench was deflated. Like, get the fuck out of here.
The
And I
best.
laughed. They were like,
Oh,
are you
oh.
serious?
The Lakers got on. I knew it was over. I think we said this last time we was on. The Lakers had on a 12, like the 4 or 5 something run. I mean, wow. I mean, and you looked at Denver, they was gasping. They was gasping for air. I don't know who got the steal. Somebody got the steal. Kick that out to Joker. Joker laid long on a long one. Bow, long 3-pointer. Why when he did that, all the crowd stopped cheering because they knew what we all knew what was about to happen. They was going to get another defensive stop and they was going to slow that fucking pace down. And guess what the fuck happened? They got to stop. They got to stop. He stood right there, passed that joint to Jeff. Jeff Green had the ball palmed up like this and everybody ran to the other end. I'm like, they just slowed down the whole game.
That has been Denver's
And
game.
guess what happened? Pick apart, pick apart, pick apart.
That has been
Wow.
that has been Denver's MO. This is what makes them scary. And I
They
think
knew
people
that
really
they knew that nobody could stop them. That's why they.
it's that, but here's the scary part about Denver. They are so in control that even when they're down 15, you're like, they got this. When they were down 15, look, they lost that game against Miami, but when they fucking slow walked the fucking Miami Heat and fucking came back, even though they lost, I was like, that is a dangerous team.
I knew that meant nothing. When they won that game, I knew that meant nothing. I'm like, well, thank you for that. Thank you for swinging back, nigga. At least you did that.
At least you pinched me. Whew.
I'm like, man, at least you went for a low kick in that one, bro. Y'all, you're like, I will give it up. At least they tried, man. I remember the dumbest thing I did here.
Oh boy.
Oh god, this is why I'm mad I went into that black hole of listening to this dumb motherfucker. This motherfucker, Kwame Brown, said the key to beating these motherfuckers is taking out Aaron Gordon. I immediately started laughing. Aaron Gordon, nigga? Imagine if you will, Chris. Imagine if you will. Man, these niggas killing us. So this is what we gotta do. We take out Ron Harper. Michael Jordan ain't gonna know what to do. Shut the fuck up.
Hey.
This is a solution, though. You want to hear the solution? You got to hit that young man in the mouth to let him know that he can't run around and start havoc. And here's me. You mean Michael Porter Jr., right?
No.
By the way, this is another thing I learned about Kwame Brown. Apparently, he's one of those black people that are sharply racist. So he hates half-breeded people. So the shit he was telling, man, nah, that little light-skinned nigga, he run around too much. What you need to do is, like, when he said all that, I was like, yo, Kwame,
Chill.
You sounding like why you not in the NBA? Like he gave it up, but here's his solution.
Aaron Green, though,
He
bro.
no
Like,
Eric Gordon. He was not Aaron
Aaron
Gordon. This
Gordon.
this was his solution, though, Chris. His solution was what you do is you gonna think I'm bullshit with you when I tell you this. This nigga said, put Udonis Haslem on him. Put Udonis Haslem on him. And that'll slow.
D, you telling him that him saying that stop Aaron Gordon, dude? That's like saying, all right, bet this is for the nerds. Y'all gonna love this shit. In order to stop Goku, I want you to go over to random guy from West City and punch him in the nuts.
This is what
That'll
we gotta
take
do.
care of Goku.
This is what we gotta do. See, you gotta take down whole Z fighters. You take out Tien, they ain't gonna know what the fuck to shut up. You picked a non-super saiyan to worry about. Like, here's the thing that you know what he said? He said, put Udonis Haslem on him. Okay, I'm like, that nigga only got 3 minutes.
At best.
At best on that young man. Okay, and guess what his other one? Then you put Kevin Love on. I'm like, what's Kevin gonna do?
Kevin Love is lucky
I
to be
love
playing.
Kevin. Kevin don't play defense no more. Kevin don't play defense no more, bro.
I forgot Kevin Love was
Kevin
even
hurt
on the
like
Heat.
that, bro.
But here's the kicker.
That was the stupidest thing I heard. I'm
I ain't-
done. I don't need to say nothing else.
But
That's it.
I ain't gonna lie though. I was kind of hoping Tyler Hero was gonna come back when they made that announcement that Tyler Hero might come back during the finals.
Hey,
I was
no,
hoping just to
no,
spice it up a
no,
little
no,
bit.
no.
Just,
I do have this secret thing where Adam Silver is protecting all the white players. So
sir,
so
I mean, is it even a secret anymore? Come on.
I
Come
think
on.
he's not. I'm playing, man, but I think remember, the one thing I know is about the one thing I will say now is that the white players are really giving back, or at least caring more about the fucking culture of basketball than they should. So I like that. At least they give a
Look,
fuck about the sport they're playing. I'd rather that than just being, the energy guy who's problematic, like a lot of them. So,
I mean, look.
but Tyler Hero, I keep on telling this everywhere. What the fuck was Tyler going to do, man? Shut up.
Like, okay, did you hear the rumor that the Heat might that Dame wants to go to the Heat? They
Okay,
Which
I
I'm
heard
like,
that.
but that's my thing is Dame goes to the Heat. The Heat gonna have to give up some folks that kind of helped them
Do you
get where
want to
they
hear the
at.
dumb thing I keep on hearing from folk, man? The
What?
part that pisses me off is that they keep on saying, um, well, we can get Dame, yada, 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 yada. And I go, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where's Tyler Hero in that? Nah, we can keep
You're gonna have to give
no.
up somebody, and
This is coming
Hero
from
might be the
somebody
guy.
who's I'm not a hater of Tyler Hero. I just don't like him like that. But guess what? I know his value. If I'm going to have to give up somebody, you're going to have to give me Tyler Hero.
In order to get Dame.
In order to get Dame, he's the first that got to go, and then we can negotiate about everybody else. But no, you give me Tyler Hero,
I
or
need
this whole thing don't move.
I need equivalent exchange here. You
I
can't
need
just give me
pure
some
equivalent
bums.
exchange. I look like I don't think Tyler Hero is going to replace him, but god damn it, I need I need confidence
So
in
speaking of
all of
which,
this trade. Yeah,
speaking of trades, big blockbuster thing that threw me off. The Wizards, and to their front office credit, the Wizards front office, they're definitely saying what D has been saying for a while. We need to scorch earth this fucking team.
yeah. And I didn't think
And
I didn't think they was going to go full scorched earth, and
they
did,
full
and they
scorch
really
earth.
are going full scorched earth.
Porzingis is with Boston, which we'll get into in a minute. But the big one was Bill is going to Phoenix, and we got Chris Paul. Now, if you are a fan of this area when it comes to any team, it could be the Wizards, Redskins, Washington Commanders, my bad.
Yeah,
And all that. Fans tend to just over exaggerate shit off front instead of just letting shit digest. So the initial reaction was, the fuck we got Chris Paul? What the fuck is he gonna do with the Wizards? This is bullshit. Da 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 da. And I was like, well, let's just see what happens, because the logic was they're looking for a triple sort of trade here, because the Wizards was not going to take Chris Paul as though he was going to do something. So what ended up happening was The Wizards ended up trading Chris Paul over to the Warriors for Jordan Poole,
Hmm.
which was a great trade because we got some aspects of some trades and draft picks in the process. Which Jordan Poole is 24 years old. He's still young. Um, he's definitely somebody. If you're going to build a team around, boom, you get Poole, Wizards. You got a lot of things here. Even you said Kuzma may be leaving, possibly, or if
I
hopefully the
think
Wizards.
Kuzma's gone. I think Kuzma's gone. To be honest with you, I think
Yeah,
because he's going to be the biggest
the big price tag for
acquisition.
him
Like
easily.
yeah, yeah. He's going to be
Yeah.
the biggest get this whole off season, man. So yeah, I ain't saw that. But
So
it's
you
kind of
need
funny
Poole.
the
Oh, go ahead.
mhm.
Yeah,
So Jordan Poole, but I'm sorry, the way they're going so far is that like I said, they're going to be unloading half this damn roster, you know. And
yeah,
Bradley Bill, the problem with Bradley Bill was Bradley had too much money. It was just too
yeah.
much money in
No
Bradley. You had to
trade
get somebody even,
clause and
so you
all
had to
that
get so
stuff.
you
No, go
yep,
ahead.
and you had to get somebody even for him, which was Chris Paul. So there you go, man. Yeah,
Um,
Chris did enough, but the thing about it is, but of course they was looking for something back with it when that's what you got with Jordan Poole and all the rest of that. Yeah.
what does Chris Paul do for the Warriors, though? I feel that's not going to.
Here's the thing, and it's starting to get me, and it's starting to get me, and it's starting to. It's not starting to get me. It's something I just know about Warriors fans. They're so fucking full of it because they did the same thing. That we oh man, what we gonna do with Chris Paul? Now these motherfuckers coming around to the idea. Well, Chris Paul could be coming off the bench. And that's a good
Okay.
idea, and all the
Hmm.
rest of that. And I'm thinking to myself, now here's the problem I have. Me personally, um, do you want to tell that veteran that he's going to come off that bench?
Thank you.
Do you want to tell him that's nice? Steph ain't playing it too.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this, man? Because
Also,
like
the
that's my thing, man.
Warriors play at a different tempo compared to what Chris Paul was doing with the
Oh
Hornets.
yeah. Of course,
So,
Paul.
like,
Chris is slower than what they run, man. These motherfuckers do pick and rolls left and right, man. He don't do that shit, yeah.
now I'm gonna say I'm gonna address this about Jordan Poole. So looking at Jordan Poole with the Warriors, I probably understand why he probably wanted to leave the Warriors because I feel this is less about Draymond Green making the decision than it is Jordan Poole. I think from his perspective, I don't think the Warriors handled that shit with him and Draymond well, and it played
No.
into how the connection with the team just kind of was abysmal.
And a part of me makes me feel that this is actually a bigger thing that I feel that Draymond might be out of there. Like
You think they?
he's already up as a free agent, and I'm not going to feed into the idea that they're going to trade him or he's going to not going to come back.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't work for me, brother. Mm. But no,
I
I
don't
think,
know, like yeah, but
yeah,
Jordan,
it's,
like see, Jordan has a chance to go to a different team. This is the Wizards,
clean
where
slate.
yeah, it's a clean slate for him. The Wizards is a clean slate. It could be his team at least for a little bit until the Wizards figure out what the fuck they want to do.
Yeah,
So if anything, he knows he's going on a team where he can get nothing but he can get all the points he wants. He can become the bucket maker that he think he is. So
yeah.
this is a huge opportunity for him.
Draymond is the wild card. Like, are they going to resign him?
Draymond, Draymond, to me, I feel that while I think he'll be all right going to like a different team or something like that.
He wants to go to the Lakers. Apparently, I'm like, good luck on that, dude. Because
Dre talk too much shit for me to believe anything of what he says. But yeah, man. I want to go there.
I
Shut
like
up.
LeBron. I love him.
I look, man. We good friends, man. What?
It's like, bro.
I don't believe half the shit he says, so I don't know what he really wants to do. But the bigger concern to me is that I don't know if the Warriors even want him back.
I mean,
They talk that shit.
Poole,
Oh man, warrior culture and all the rest. Shut the
but I
fuck
mean,
up. I don't feel like it.
Poole leaving does leave them with a lot of room to resign Draymond for a big contract, so it works in their favor. But it's like you
Man,
said, is
have
Draymond actually
fun. Hey,
leaving?
have fun paying that 77 more than he's worth, because you know that's what's about to fucking happen, right?
77. I say fucking 75. So
Man, you got this Bruce Bowen over here that refuses to shoot correctly.
he kicks people, bro. Him and Paul gonna be kicking motherfuckers in the nuts 15 times over during the season.
I'm getting sick of this shit, man.
No, but nah.
Getting
So
real tired of this shit.
so you had that. On the other side, Marcus Smart is joining John Morant. the
Speaking of which, let's talk about this nigga.
John Morant, John Morant got 25 games, which makes me even say, yo, Adam, so you really protected Ja. You really, really, really
All right,
protected Ja.
there's a bit of sting in that though. There's a big bit of sting of that, and this is one of them. There's a payday that Ja's about to miss out on. See, when you miss
Uh,
25 games, that excludes you from being on any NBA list. So
oh,
you don't
shit.
get to be on first team, second team, or third team. You are already off it.
Mm.
Second of all, you're not going to the All-Star game.
Yeah.
That's another paycheck. Also, Nike has a bit of a contract with you. You had to be on TV a certain amount of times to get a certain amount of money.
Okay, so the 25 games make sense now. Wow.
His fucking contract, his fucking shit has been fucked with hard. Now, this is a big one because that's 25 games. And this time, everybody knows. Adam Silver they gave you this is your second time. If you fuck up after this job, I don't know what to say. Get you out the league. I think he's done. If you do anything else, you done out the league. That is Nike and everybody else, man. So ooh,
So with
man.
this, so
I
with
don't get
this,
it, man.
so with this and Porzingis being with Boston, do you think this helps Boston a lot?
I
Like you
think Bo-
lose Smart, but you get Porzingis, who's been
I
pretty
think
solid with the
Boston
Wizards. So
I think Boston is trying to really solidify the fact that they ain't got nobody tall that can that
you said that shit like they ain't got nobody tall.
I feel bad for Williams because Williams is very good, but he's not the superstar that's going to be doing anything special like that. Al old, bro.
Yeah, Mister.
And who the other person out there? Other dude, I find light skinned nigga. Look, the point is, like, you look at that, you take out if you take out Tatum and Jalen, what is that team?
Yeah,
What is that team really? So you have to bring in somebody with Porzingis, like, oh man, Porzingis, yeah, he way better than what you got out there.
real talk. Porzingis was really good for the Wizards. He was really the reason why they were able to go into the playing spot, even though we
Yeah,
lost.
yeah,
But
yeah,
like
yeah.
he's a big reason why. Like when he was healthy,
Porzingis,
he was the biggest reason why the Wizards got that push into the playing game in the first place.
Porzingis was there when Bradley Beal couldn't be there, and he
Mhm.
was there when Kuzma was going through his He had a couple of injuries, especially toward the end of the year.
Yeah,
Ugh, I'm sorry. He hurt himself towards the end of the year, and yeah. So
that's a
you
good
know,
addition. I
it's a
mean,
great addition. I still think there's a chance that Kyle Kuzma might come back to the Wizards
they got
because of the addition of Jordan Poole. I think there is a chance that they might want to build around that, and I think personally, I think that's a person I will try to look at,
you
man.
think
That's just
Kuzma
me.
will buy into him and Poole teaming up?
So that's the thing. I don't know about that. He probably don't like that nigga fall.
Also, I gotta address this about Boston. Hey Boston. So you're playing against the Heat in Game 7. Why are you, dude? They went. Was it 0 for 44 for 3 pointers? I'm like, bro, get to two.
It
Like
showed.
I think Kenya Martin said it best. It's like, bro, after the first 10, just go for the two after that. Like,
Who was I looking at? I think it was Gilbert Arenas. Was like they like the second they start lobbing, it's like you lobbing up all these threes, none of them hitting, and nobody's saying, "Oh, maybe if we get an easy two, fuck that 3-point, fuck that 3-point." That's why they lost. They ain't no good. They stink.
That was just it didn't
That
make any
proved that
sense.
they really ain't got no firepower. Your firepower is you getting these lucky 3-pointers, and the two dudes that get the lucky 3-pointers are ice cold right now.
And that's the worst thing. That it's one thing to be ice cold when you can't hit like 2-pointers, right?
And yeah,
But the 3-pointer, you're ice cold. Oh, that's a death
Marcus
nail.
Smart, Marcus love you to death, but he's just defense.
Oh yeah. Uh,
So love him to death. But Marcus is just straight up defense, and he's the leader of that team. So him leaving is going to really hurt that team. Let's just be real. Him leaving is going to hurt that team. But
mhm.
him going down with Ja, all right. First off, to all these people, because y'all in the same boat of people who are acting like Jokic is the best champion ever and all that. I'm talking about white people.
Oh,
I
okay.
need y'all to stop having this idea that he can go down and mentor him. Stop. Will you stop hitting that mentoring shit with black men and it's like stop doing that? I hate it when white people do that, man.
Sometimes a pop upside the head probably can straighten up some
I
people.
mean, yeah, true. Like, yeah, you do need veteran influence there, but I don't think Marcus is any younger than him. Well, yeah, he is older than him, but he is older than him, but still.
Marcus gonna look at y'all like, "Hey, dog, stop.
I think
Just keep
I think
going."
that really here's the thing. Here's the thing. They already done gave up on Dylan Brooks, who's Dylan's his career may be in flux. I don't know what's gonna happen with him. Because while he should have never ran his mouth to LeBron James of all fucking people, he wasn't that bad of a defender this year. He really wasn't.
Uh,
I think he's good enough to be on any team and should be and play on any team and still is an
best
asset
of
on some
luck.
teams. But yeah, you swung at the number one in the NBA. Why would you do such a thing? If that was Giannis, maybe you'd be all right. There'd be probably a couple teams like, yeah, don't talk to that nigga. But you did that to LeBron.
And it was publicized too on top of that.
He ran your mouth,
And and,
bro.
and your
Ran
shenanigans
all of it. Ran all of it, bro.
and your shenanigans against Shannon Sharp. So there's that.
Anyway,
But
speaking of
anyways,
hold on,
also
speaking of one of the guys with the greatest shenanigans of all time, Lemon Pepper Lou. He is one of my generation, our generation, Chris, and I really
mhm,
mean it. We're starting to see guys our age retire from the NBA, and Lemon Pepper Lou, real talk, he is one of the greatest utility men in the NBA ever, in my opinion. I love him to death, man. I'm gonna miss him, man. I wish he won a ring, but I'm gonna miss Lou, man. He's great. He was so fucking awesome, bro.
now you might be asking, where did lemon pepper come from? Well, Lou Williams was the guy that broke quarantine to go to the fucking strip club to get lemon pepper wings.
Nigga said, I'm gonna go to Magic City.
We're in Atlanta. I'm getting some Magic City
You
wings.
see that? You see the logo on his chest. You know where he was at. I like the fact that they try to make it today. Like, does your baby mama know it was this? Yes.
I went there for the wings. I wasn't going there for the girls. It's the wings.
Well, all right, sure. Maybe I want to look at a titty when I bite into a wing, but come on, bro. It ain't like I'm cheating on nobody. I'm following COVID protocol.
They had a mask on, throwing dollar bills.
Boy, Lou proved to me. Lou proved to me. Actually, here's the thing. Lou actually proved that bubble was real because that really was a mental thing. Because some of those dudes was like, no, after the game, I gotta screw something. Oh god, but I'm gonna miss Lou for that, man. One
Yeah.
other thing I will miss Lou for is that this motherfucker had no business being as fucking versatile, not versatile, but fucking just a microwave, man, a bucket, man. I love Lou, man. I love that
17
dude,
years
man.
in the NBA. That's
17 years. I love it, man.
yeah.
Good for Lou,
Played
man.
for was it, he played for Toronto. He played for the why am I saying this? Eagles, 76ers, Lakers, Houston, Clippers, and Atlanta.
Wow, man.
6 teams.
16s, man. Like Lou to me, like I really meant that, man. He's not gonna go in the Hall of Fame, but much like Jameer Crawford, y'all niggas deserve y'all roses. Y'all
He a
was some
legend.
ballers, y'all ballers, man.
Oh
Mm-mm.
man! Speaking of which, do you know the audacity of the Clippers? Well, we want to sign Russell Westbrook, but he gonna have to take this 3.8 million. And I'm like, but you paid him like triple
I
that.
was gonna say, did they pay him like more than that? Like, what the hell,
What
bro?
made you think Westbrook is gonna come back and be like, yeah, you know what? I'll take that $3.8 million. He gonna be
Hey
like, go
man, I take
fuck
the pay cut,
yourself.
bro. I take the pay cut, man. I'm desperate now. I do it.
What made you think that was gonna work?
I feel like life is fucking him over unnecessarily, man. I don't know who Russell Westbrook got mad with at a taxi in a taxi with one day, but it feels like it has been painful for a minute, man. Whatever.
Celtics, they traded their number 34 overall pick to the Kings, which is Kobe Jones. So Kobe Jones is going to the Kings, and they get a number 38 pick and a future second round pick.
So that also being said, there's one other person I got to mention. This man Wimby, Victor Wembanyama. He is
The
officially a
Spurs.
Spur. And I have to tell you about this, man. I will say this, man. I really feel that it's going to be a great. It's I'm
It's gonna
ex-
be interesting.
I'm actually excited as for this dude, man. I'm really excited for him. Seeing how he just dominates so much, I am interested if he can take that and bring it into the NBA. You know how hard that is, man, and that's going to be the part that's going to get me. How can you take that and bring it in the NBA, man? So
Yeah.
much more. It's guys are faster, more hungry, and all the rest of that. And I get it. The game ain't the same. Guys ain't hungry for it the same. But guess what? The game is still the game, and I don't know how you gonna do it, bro. So uh,
Um,
but
oh,
being with the Spurs is going to be is the shit for him though,
Brandon Miller is with the Charlotte Hornets.
man.
He's making a bold prediction about that, which I'm like, all right, man, don't disappoint Michael Jordan. You know, saying
Man, Mike left. Oh yeah, Mike is gone.
yeah, Mike is gone. He's about
Yeah,
to leave.
I don't think Mike had nothing to do with this pick, but I do feel that Charlotte can.
That would be crazy if Charlotte just 180s and all of a sudden they're just fucking kicking the shit out of everybody
Because
now.
Michael proved that
He's not a
that
good
that
GM.
that adage that greats are terrible at this job. So
I mean, look, D, we were front row center when he was with the Wizards, so I mean, come on
hey,
now.
look, Jordan. There you go. What do you like? You're there for life, man. You don't need to be doing nothing else.
Does that mean we hate Jordan? No, it's just hey, we were front row when this shit happened when he was with the Wizards. We know the deal. We knew the vibes. We could tell
Motherfucker,
everybody. We could have
we
told everybody with the Bobcats slash Hornets what the fuck was gonna happen.
I
Like, come
like
on.
the fact that Jordan had no choice but to call. They had no choice but to call them the Bobcats for some stupid ass reason, and it just
Well,
so.
they were the New Orleans Hornets. Remember the New Orleans Hornets?
The
So they
thing
had to
that
think
the thing that
Charlotte needed the foot basketball team, so they're the Bobcats.
But you know the thing that pissed me off is that the Bobcats felt like it was generic. It like if you told me that was a team in NBA Live, I believe it.
And the Bobcat logo looked like the fucking Bobcat from the dealership down over in Temple Hills.
Oh, that little fucked up looking cougar. Looking like a sick ass lynx nigga. That's what it looked like, man.
That's why when like New Orleans got the Pelicans, you know, everybody in Charlotte was like, can we get the Hornets back? Yes, you can.
Sure.
Sure, take it. The Pelicans.
See, the Pelicans make sense for the city and all the rest of that, so
Yeah.
fine. But it just felt like the Bobcats had no business being a thing for Charlotte.
You know what it
That's
was?
around no mountains.
It was Wheel of Fortune.
Charlotte, not around no mountains. Charlotte, I don't care
Asheville
what
is, but not
I
Charlotte.
don't care what y'all think. Charlotte with no freaking culture to forestry whatsoever around it.
Said the Charlotte Bears, I might believe you.
Oh my god, Bears! I took the Bears, Bearcats or some dumb shit like that. Bobcats, bro.
That is a Virginia and Maryland thing,
That's
not a
a
fucking.
that is a Madden team generator.
That's my team in NCAA football.
I mean, yeah, man, yeah, we the Bobcats, we Bobcat State or some bullshit.
Bobcat State
Yeah,
University.
we're the Chris Powell Bobcats. The Chris Powell. I couldn't think of a name, D. So name the university after myself. Is the ego driven? Yes.
Oh my god, man. Yeah, I like I said, this NBA season is gonna be interesting, but I'm not
Oh,
making
but
any. Oh, good.
well, if I can say one thing though about Victor, I will say this one thing about Vic. Do not look for this dude to be coming out swinging out of the gates.
Oh, he's gonna have growing pains for
Oh,
sure.
he's going to have growing pains. It's going to be interesting to how he moves this year and what Popovich is going to how much actually not only what does he have right now, but how ready Popovich is going to be ready to put him on certain things and all the rest of that shit. Pop going to slow walk this motherfucker. But here's
Yeah,
another thing: a lot of people think that this is going to be a ring for the Spurs. I understand it, Spurs
easy,
fan. I
easy. I
totally
get it.
understand it. But y'all guys gotta understand when Tim Duncan came to the Spurs, David Robinson was already there. Sean Elliott was already fucking there.
And Kerr just jumped on and was like, "Y'all want
Vinny
another
Del
ring? Let's go."
Vinny Del Negro and Vernon Maxwell were already there. You had gunners on your team already. Was Mario Ellie didn't get traded to that team? Did he?
I don't think so.
Mario Ellie didn't get traded there. You had Robert Ory there. Well, Robert Ory went there for the first one. He went there for the first one. But
Second one
still,
was.
but still, when Tim Duncan got there, he had pieces there. And so when David Robinson eventually retired, they still built up around him and still made a team that was unstoppable. Because by the time we got Tony Parker and Mon Ginobili, they was ready for another ring.
Yeah.
And more impressively, they got a ring right before he left out. So, like I said, I understand why the Spurs do see like, oh my God, we're about to go back to the way we were.
Yeah.
Easy. Fucking
Yeah.
easy. Yeah.
Hold on for 1 second. Right back real quick.
Working tired sports show, y'all. It's time to just D to put up stuff. So how y'all doing, everybody? It's D. I'm by myself right now. So let's talk about this. Look at this white boy right here. His name is Yoke. His name is Joke. Oh man. Oh man, for real. Shout out to this team. Real talk, man. Everybody that's on this squad. I gotta eat crow because I talked so much shit about Denver not being ready, and they were ready. Good for them. Good for them. Like I said. So it's time for me just to be a man. I will grab this firmly. I will hug it. I will make love to it and tell it, hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. While I'm here and while I'm talking about stuff, just rambling. I want, you know what? Look. Wasn't he the greatest? I'm just putting up his picture just to say prolific scorer, one of the greatest scorers of all time. You know, like soaking in. And the thing, you like now, and it's like, but one thing I will say this: as a kid that grew up watching Allen Iverson, one thing I always got me is how much white people were scared of all of those tattoos, man. They really truly thought he was like dangerous, like he was going to pick up an AK at any second and just start firing, man. Loved it. Loved it. That's the renegade that we got in NBA no more. Oh, snap. So I ain't got nothing else to play, so I'm just gonna be playing stupid ass clips.
Habibi firebombing got a missile tuck. If them robbers come through, then I guarantee they give it up. Lifestyle huge, this basic bitch, she in the little stuff. Hit a bucket, shit, I'm getting clutch. Monkey spot a fiend, whip it up, and then he fix her up.
What in the world?
Huh? Oh shit, you're back.
Look at Sports Show is back.
No, I was like talking. And I just said, I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm gonna throw some clips.
So big news. We didn't talk. I think we talked about it offline. So the PGA got bought out by
LIV.
LIV.
Oh my God, PGA.
You blew it. You had it all and you blew it.
You had all the players backing you up.
Some understandable because legacy, like Tiger Woods.
Up the Tiger Woods, and Tiger, like, respectively,
No, I already got money. I'm good.
already got money. You can't give me nothing I want. You saw all these Swedish girls come up. You sons of bitches. I won't have none of this. I won't have none of this. Grabs one and walks away.
Yeah, Liv bought the PGA, and I think it was an inside job because I personally feel the higher ups at the PGA that was talking all that shit. I feel that they were pumping up them numbers for Liv to get all their stuff, and then boom, hey Liv, can you buy us? Because you got money now. We helped you.
I know what you think. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. People that want to bet back on the PGA, because a lot of people that back on the PGA are saying that they ain't want nothing to party. They weren't doing all that shit.
Back to the FTR match. I saw
Accusations.
The logo. These are not accusations. This is
False accusations.
And further,
That's exactly how it was. I don't care. The first thing I thought of when they got bought out was like the PGA really punted this shit. And I know what happened. Phil Mickelson was probably one of the main people. No, Phil wasn't part of that. Because Phil was like, fuck them niggas. Phil was the main one that was like, I ain't got time for them, bro. Oh my gosh.
It's just when I saw that news, I was dying on that shit. Everybody's like, Tiger was stupid for not taking live money. I'm like, first off, Tiger really doesn't need live money. If
He
we're gonna be
doesn't.
real. It's that's at that point, that's just him being greedy. If he did take it, it's like, you just
wait, hold on. I didn't see how much they get. PGA. How much was the merger itself? They didn't give out a disclosed number or nothing, did they?
PGA agreed to merge with the golf. Proposed merger comes as PGA to now it should be called hypocrisy. God, it didn't say the number.
Yeah, it just says they're merging.
Huh.
Two have agreed to join forces. Wow. It really tells me a couple things. Number one, it does tell you that the PGA was really adamant on not paying none of them fucking players.
I mean, $2 billion was already.
That shows you that they didn't want to pay none of them golfers the money they deserved. Yeah,
$2 billion was already invested into live before this. So, I mean, that I mean, I'm not saying that's the number, but
no, that number tells me everything. Wow, yeah.
And it doesn't help that Donald Trump hosted a lot of those live golf events, so that was another controversy that kind of got lumped into the mix now, because it's like it's already enough. You got the Saudi blood money, which again,
Saudi blood money.
We talk about it at length, whether
Donald
it's WWE, Donald Trump.
They took all the good golfers away because they knew they were getting paid for that. And what happened? Y'all did all that just so y'all can merge with them niggas. Thank you. You was waiting on this. Here's the funny thing, y'all. Chris was waiting on this to happen. He knew it was. See, I didn't predict it because I thought that. Rightfully so. I really thought that the PGA was going to do this grandstanding for the next 4 years. I really
was the most
truly prepared for that. You mean to tell me that they gave up?
This is the most far shot of far shot. I was like, well, what if Liv just buys the PGA? Nah, that ain't gonna happen.
I thought that too. But I thought that was a year or so ago. Either that the PGA knew that was going to happen and he just said, fuck it, we're just going to merge it. Now the part that pisses me off, there's so much money that's getting wasted in this shit. To me, golf is a waste of thousands of dollars. But apparently there's enough that y'all can pay God.
Look, man, blood money is going to WWE, golf,
video
games,
F1, all of motorsport, actually, all of motorsport.
A little dabble, a little razzle dazzle on the NBA a little bit, as we talked about earlier.
The NBA, now see the Qatar people, that's different. That's
okay, Qatar, my bad. I didn't want to put that all in there.
No, that's still oil. Oh, that's still oil money. Oh, that's still oil money. Hey, D, what did they do? They just had the fucking World Cup. Oh, that's the part that really hurts me about sports, is that there is a toxic where is toxic waste of sports, and that's just the money that is just poured into this shit. The stadiums with low ethical standards that are being.
Does this mean that Liv has to support the WPGA?
That's a good question.
Because if that's the case,
because the Saudis really do. No, no bullshit. They really do want to actually start pushing women's sports too.
Now, that
There's a
means the
there's a
women.
push for it now. If you want to say is it true or not, hey, guess what? I live in America. I'm looking at the WNBA struggle. So yeah,
My
I
thing
don't
is
think they'll
this.
be any worse.
My thing is this. That just means the women in golf are going to get paid a lot of money now.
That's if they're in it, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
if they are. I think they will.
Man,
No, I'm laughing because I'm thinking of something fucked up. They probably gonna get paid more, but they're like, why did I get paid this? Oh, very simple. You have a vagina. Like,
oh, so
they didn't
yeah.
get them.
Okay, so confirmed.
What?
LPGA Tour left out of Live Golf deal, but some women would listen if offer made to them. Wow, so they just said fuck the LPGA.
Wow. Imagine that one girl that's like, I've been trying to get in.
Does that sound like something you want?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, you'll never get it.
That's gonna happen to a bunch of them girls. So that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, because
Do they want to?
it said Norman, the commissioner of Live Golf, insisted in April the upstart golf league propped by Saudi Arabian Sovereign Wealth Fund would consider adding a women's tour. I have personally had discussions with individual LPGA Tour players, Ladies European Tour. They love what our product is showcasing. They ask all the time, how can we get involved? We love to see the
They
Live
want that
Ladies
money,
series.
nigga. They want that money, nigga.
I mean, hey, man, you know.
The Saudis are not playing with this shit. They really want to they trying to push this.
I mean, like, that's insane, man. Like, that's crazy, but not shocking. I really shouldn't be shocked by that. That's crazy to me, man. Speaking of F1, so I've been looking at the standings. I ain't trying to sit there and say anything. Do you think there's a chance of Lewis Hamilton? I mean, because he's in fourth right now.
Yes, sir.
Do you think there's a chance?
No.
Hey, I just wanted to know.
The real story, and as always, I go in the top 10. Pierre Gasly is sitting with 15 points. Esteban Ocon with 29, Lance Stroll with 37, Chanticleer with 54, my boy George Russell with 65, Carlos Sainz with 68, Lewis Hamilton with 102, Fernando Alonso with 117, Checo has 126, and some robot is in first place right now. But that's how everything is right now. And to be really honest, the last two races with Mercedes, you've seen a real upgrade with their cars. The cars are truly faster. They got better grip. It's the cars that Russ and Lewis have been waiting on.
Mhm.
They want to build from it, and they're great to build upon. They're going to get better. They're going to get high podiums. They're not faster than the Red Bull. Like I said, respect to Max. Max has won this thing already. So they're not catching up to the Red Bull. The interesting thing is what I see, the person that you don't see in this picture, which is Checo, who is currently sitting in second place. The last four races have been a disaster for this dude, barely getting any points. But you see Fernando, he's going to probably get in second place by the end of all this. And Lewis is really gunning for third place because Lewis is approaching, if I am mistaken, like 100 podiums, which is a gigantic feat. 100 fucking podiums. That's a gigantic feat in motorsport, especially in F1. So I really see him not only crossing that, but I see Mercedes getting some good stuff. I don't see nobody. Here's the thing, just what I hate to sound like I'm repeating myself, but it falls on this. No one is beating Max. Let me make that very clear. No one is probably going to win a race this year but Max Verstappen. And it's probably going to be unbelievable. He won every race. Oh my God. Cool, whatever. But something's telling me that, I mean, not something is telling me is that, but second place to fifth place is where the real racing is going to be happening this season. And while I did say Lewis looked like he's going to be a dead shot for third or fourth place, I think he's going to be gunning for second place. I don't think there's no short. I think if this car is really what he truly thinks it is, I don't think he's going to be gunning for the third place no more. I think he's going to be like, nah, it's me, it's the fun rivalry, Alonso versus Hamilton. Rich, real talk. When these motherfuckers go at each other, it is actually like, yo, Alonso like cut that nigga off, like, yeah, why you trying to get me and all the rest of it. And at the end of the race, you think they hate each other. Here go Lewis. Man, Alonso got me in that one. And then obviously you go Alonso. Here's Alonso. That's why he's a champion. That's why he's one of the greatest drivers of all time. That's why I had to be so aggressive, man. Like he brings the best out of me. I like these niggas like racing each other. Meanwhile, like, what about Max? Fuck that nigga. But this is the real race. So that's the thing, man. Real talk, y'all. I do feel bad for Max in that regard because he has said that at least 4 races. That was a very lonely race. Yes, you have the fastest car. It is by it's like a legit 20 to 15 seconds faster than everybody else. So I don't know, whatever. The one other thing I do have to bring up, Chris, is and I didn't put up no pictures of it. Chevy. I'm sorry, NASCAR was at Le Mans this year. And it was some of the most American bullshit you ever. Eric, okay, check this out.
Break it down. Break it
They
down
had,
for the
real
peoples.
quick, they had to refit the car to take the turns and all the rest of that. And real talk, could it last 24 hours, which is so backhand. Like, yes, we wouldn't be putting it in this race if it could go 24 hours. It didn't make it 24 hours, Chris. It didn't. For what good reason? Le Mans has one monster ass straight. Guess what? That Chevy did to that straight. Ate it. Now, they was the only experimental car in there, so they couldn't pin in whatever time they wanted and all the rest of that. They were going to be number 1 in their category regardless because it was experimental.
Mhm.
But their cars was clocking in faster than the GT3 cars. GT3 cars are like NASCAR cars that are like programmed to be faster and more grip and all the rest of that shit.
Mhm.
They were clocking in faster times, and then they were clocking in faster times than LMP cars. If anybody knows what an LMP car is, LMP car is pretty much a hybrid supercar, which is super fast. You will see the LMP go on a straight, and you just see this, and that's another thing. There's another thing. A lot of the people didn't like it because at nighttime, when it was nighttime, usually it's a cool scene at nighttime. Hearing the cars like, ooh, and all the rest of that, right? Here come America. That loud NASCAR engine. Here's me. USA. USA. But they ate up. They did very good. Real quick, the winner of Le Mans this year was Ferrari. Good for Ferrari. In second place, it was Toyota. In third place and fourth place, USA. It was Cadillac, and Cadillac has a lot to be proud of what they did this year. They ate up, and I'm glad they got in third and fourth.
First American
But
brand in 21
in
years.
21 years to even get in there. So it's hell of impressive because Cadillac has been on this for the last 2 years. They've been really trying to put out a supercar because they really want something to leak out those factories to leak into the cars that all of us drive. So you know what I mean? They really wanted to push the next. The next whole standard in engines, So I'm glad that worked out for them. But other than that, that's all the motorsport I got, bro.
Oh,
But I wish I put up the pictures of Le Mans because it's just this. You see all these cool itty bitty cars, and you see this big ass muscle car. It didn't. Like again, the gearbox didn't make it. The gearbox didn't make it 24 hours. And when you heard it go bad, it went bad. Oh, there is one other thing, Chris. I wanted to ask you this. I don't know if you knew this, but it happened at Le Mans. Did you know that Michael Fassbender was a racer?
yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah, yeah.
He raced for Porsche, and he got into a crash, and that was the end of his. I was the end of his day. Yeah, I didn't know that Michael Fassbender race cars. Did not know that. Yeah. Good Lord, man. This man just wants my babies, I guess. Anyway.
So let's talk wrestling real quick. So AEW, Forbidden Door is happening currently right now as
Yes,
we're
sir.
talking about this, and I never, AEW is in a weird spot lately. I've caught a lot of this stuff. Mercedes, aka Sasha, she got injured during her match against Willow Nightingale, and Willow ended up winning the uh, New Japan women's was it Strong?
Yeah, I think it's a strong belt or something like
Yeah,
that.
Strong belt, which
Yeah.
which it fits because Willow Nightingale is strong, basically wrestle strong style, basically. So it fits. And
Easy, I love it. Easy, nigga. But whatever.
But so between that and just a lot of the stuff that AEW's been doing and leading up to Forbidden Door, which to be honest, Forbidden Door is less about the storylines and more about dream matches that the fans want to see. Like
Yeah, and it does. And I admit, for me, it's not fun because it comes off very try hard for me.
how you
And
feel is try hard in what
not
way?
even try hard because a lot of the stuff they want to go down is like, put it this way. Now you remember when all right, years ago, and I was trying to get this through everybody's head when I made. You remember the years ago I made that thing for WWE in
Mhm.
New Japan. Nobody really questioned the way I booked it, and I wish somebody did, because if you looked at it, every match the way I had it was set up to be a certain way, so certain people couldn't get tired. It wasn't so much a dream match, just so much of matching up what would be the most entertaining match.
Yeah.
Not so much that will make the mark say, "Ooh, he's fighting him, therefore it's a dream." Shut the fuck up. It's got to be more than that. It has to be. So a lot of this, so some of the shit they did do is very try hard, and one of them was supposed to be Kenta versus CM Punk, which was hilarious to me because I like how AEW really thought that Kenta wants to be in the same ring as that man, and like I done said years ago, I don't fucks with this white boy, man. Leave me alone,
How
man.
many times do I need to teach this old man a lesson? I don't
Yeah,
like him.
y'all thought when every time I said I like fuck CM Punk, you took my move. You thought I was joking? No, I wasn't. So when I see moves like that, and I see Kenny versus Will Ospreay, I go to myself, stop, stop. The marks in 2015 are already there. Stop trying to over impress them.
I mean,
Like
because
like a lot of the shit they do to me is just come on try hard. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't be doing these matches. Hell no.
no, do
I
it,
think
do
a
it.
couple of these are actually good. Like a good example. Let's go to the main event that will be that night tonight, which will be Daniel Bryan versus Okada. Needs to fucking happen.
We've been
There's
asking
no
for
way.
this for a while.
I'm never going to challenge that junk. You know, and I'm never going to question this. Tony Stone versus Willow Knight. Okay, sure.
Orange
I like Tony.
Cassidy.
I like Tony Storm, but it feels like Tony Storm was like she's not the girl she was 2 years ago for me. But whatever, man. That's
I mean,
deep.
look,
That's deep being an
she's the
asshole.
AEW Women's Championship,
Now I got a
and
good question when it now this one right here. It's a four-way for the International Championship. I see Shibata, Danny Garcia, Jack Sabre Jr., and Orange Cassidy. My question is this, Chris: if there's
Mhm.
any belt that's going to change hands and go over to Japan, it would be this one. But
Yeah.
my question is: this working relationship with AEW, is this all cosmetic, or y'all really trying to do a fucking storyline out of this? Because y'all kind of suck when it comes to shit like this.
There is no storyline.
Thank God.
This is like KOF 99 Dream Match.
Great, great, great. A throwaway game.
Yeah, but that's to be honest, that's been the mission statement of
Of
Forbidden
AEW.
Door.
No, that's been the mission statement of all this shit. What they want to do. I think Forbidden Door is you rubbing one out of the fans.
And don't get it twisted.
So I will probably say that.
It's Forbidden Door to me. It serves two things. One, it's not a bad thing per se because it's the thing that differentiates AEW from WWE, which I think is a good thing because variety and all that is a great thing, right? But the bad thing is, like you said, it feels like it's try hard, and I feel just going off of social media,
It
there's a lot of people. It's like, okay, you enjoy AEW and Forbidden Door, that's great. But I feel there's a lot of people that's really going over the top to oversell this more than
Yeah,
what they
that's what I
should.
mean. Now, and a good example is this match right here: CM Punk versus Satoshi Kojima. Now, Kojima, love Kojima son. I love Kojima to death, but y'all done really dragged this old man out here to fight Punk.
Well, because nobody else wants to fight Punk, so
Legit, that's what I'm talking about. Uh,
the
you know,
Blackpool Combat Club.
yeah, that this 10 tag team match is again. Y'all just
Look,
really want to
D.
hear y'all really that pressed to hear Wayward Son and to really make sure Adam Page stays in this one fucking position, right?
Hey, D. You taking bets on when Eddie and John are gonna cut each other in the match? Bleed the
Let
shit
me
out
tell
of each
you
other.
something. I am so over Eddie Kingston, period. Oh, I'm so over
What was
him.
the description that you said? I was falling out when you said. I forgot how you described Eddie Kingston.
What, Eddie Kingston? What I say? Oh God, I done said so much bullshit about this man.
D says something in the Wrestle Corner group chat about like Eddie Kingston and what he looks like and all that stuff. I was dying.
I don't forget what I said, man. All I know is that Eddie Kingston wrestles like a dude that. You ever see a dude that talks a lot of shit that can't fight, but he's gotten enough fights to at least punch a dude hard enough once and nothing else? I hate watching him wrestle. I hate watching him wrestle. He's going to be the G1, by the way. I hate watching this
Whoa,
man.
time out. Don't do that, dude.
Eddie Kingston is in the G1. Yes, he is. I hate watching this man wrestle, bro. Anyway, let's Suzuki Gods. Look, let me be honest with you. Jericho. Cool. I think that actually will be one of the more fun matches, the 6-man match. Those Jericho, Guevara, and Suzuki versus Sting, Allen, and Naito. I think that actually be one of the better matches.
time
I really mean that. I really think it'll be a good match.
Every time I see Sting, I'm like, damn, this nigga's still wrestling.
I hate how, and also I hate how Sting tried it. Fan theory. I really hate how Sting let these motherfuckers try to bury Seth Rollins for hurting him. And I hate how Sting, while he did defend it, he didn't go back and just dogs WWE like they ruined his life. But this motherfucker's out here taking harder bumps in AEW. So,
this thing,
like I said, fan theory, you went a long way to try to backhand WWE and it did nothing, Sting. So anyway,
speaking of which,
that's like I said, it's a fan theory. That's not a real thing. Don't that look if it sounds like so, I'll let it be so. But no, I really kind of like, as a dude that watched the whole WCW versus WWF feud, I know what a swing is, Sting. Okay.
That's my thing.
I get it. Fuck Vince. I'm with you too, nigga.
I gotta ask this. So recently Jungle Boy and Hook are a tag team, which I'm like, all right, that's interesting. Cool. I'm still looking at Hook like, what are you?
Hey, yo, Hook, I heard what your daddy said, and I agree with him. Take your ass to the fucking performance center, nigga. Oh, he knows what we all know. You need real help, and you ain't gonna get it at AEW.
Bro.
He hates to look. Taz don't like much of WWE, but he knows the truth. You might be a star, son. I don't think Hook is. I already told you. I think Hook is just average, but I could be fucking wrong. He could be.
Shawn Michaels might see something.
That's what I'm saying. Shawn Michaels might see something. He could be the white version of his daddy that they always want.
The white version.
Taz always came off to be like a Italian that had a black mom. So
I mean, don't let the tan fool you, but you're right.
He always came off like your grandma was black. Actually, she was, like she was Puerto Rican. You know what I mean? I'll believe it, but whatever. But I really feel that it's time for actually Jungle Boy and Hook. I think they both would do well at WWE. I don't know about Jungle Boy though, man.
But Jungle
as
Boy
much as I like Jungle Boy, I don't know.
Jungle
but
Boy
him fighting
Sonata?
that's nice. That's nice. Good for him. I don't think it's going to be that great of a match, but good for him.
MJF got Tanahashi. I'm like,
Good for him. Good for him. I don't like MJF, but good for him.
do you think is it the fans or just him
It's the
himself?
fans and him. I think he's not that great of a wrestler. I think he has great. I think he has great psychology. I think he's great outside that ring. I think he's great at antagonizing the crowd. But I think he is painfully a B average wrestler.
So the Miz.
I'll put the championship on Miz.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I know that sound mean because you already know how I feel about Mike.
I know.
But Mike, I feel that if he comes to WWE with that swag, Miz would eat like, whoa, who do you think you are? And
That's perfect.
Miz like, he'll say something else like, where, shut up. I have been in the World Wrestling Federation. I've been in World Wrestling Entertainment for over 20 years. No, you shut up. And I could see Miz sitting his ass down. That's like, as much as I think the MJF actually has this real, I don't like him, but he has a high window where he's a good wrestler. He's a good heel. You know what I mean? I will give him that. He ain't as good as y'all think he is.
Yeah.
And I really feel him going to WWE would be a fucking punch in the mouth. It will probably hurt his career. And I mean it that much. I think it would hurt his career to go to WWE because I think he will get hit in the stomach and he want to recover from that. One bad booking decision, because Vince and even Triple H do that shit to be funny, just to test you out. I think one bad booking decision takes out your whole career. I could be still wrong with that too. You know how I am when it comes to wrestlers, man. But MJF, like I said, good for him. Him having an opportunity against Tanahashi, good. Fine. I'm not
Look,
going
I'll
to
say this.
it's weird. You give the Dynamo MJF to wrestle, but you know what? You're trying to push the man. So whatever.
Those Ingonables defeated the United Empire in the pre-show. So
Yeah, these are the pre-show is straight up pre-show matches that nobody.
D, I forgot. Jade lost her belt finally.
Yeah, I know. Finally, good.
Let's see what you
lost.
without the belt.
What was lost, dog? Nothing.
You mean?
No. D's being honest, man. I love my black women. I'm tired of seeing black bitches that can't wrestle. I'm so tired of this shit. We got this. You got that half breed out there working you. Willow. Like, as much as I should be celebrating Willow, I'll be.
I'm happy for her.
I'm being. Look, I know. This is me admitting this. I absolutely love Willow. The first time I saw her, and the first time I actually seen her wrestle a good match, where she actually cut herself. It was when she was in the Indies. Yeah. I told myself that she's going like, all right, I don't know how great you're going to be, but I think you're going to be good. This is me fully admitting this. I don't give a fuck about you right now because you're in AEW. I will totally admit that, girl. I still love you, but I can't watch one single fucking thing you do in this company because this is the main part. This is the actual main part because I don't love the women's division over there. I hate it. I think it's beneath her.
It's up and down.
It's so up and down and so inconsistent. It ain't like yeah. Well, WWE ain't no better. True, but here's the thing. At least she's fighting girls that are actually of her quality. That's always been my problem. Like as much as I think Jamie JD Hater, I think she's great. She's a low grade Shayna to me.
Flip side though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the face? The other girl, Chris. I think she's nice, actually. I think Chris is actually nice. I think she'd be good in anywhere she goes. But I don't like her on the mic. I'm like, no girls in AEW on that mic. All of them suck on that mic. Anyway.
Flip side. I'm laughing on the WWE side how, number one, Shayna and Ronda have both the WWE women's title and the women's NXT belts. And it's actually like you said, finally.
They're trying their best with that division. I see what they're doing. If nobody noticed this in WWE, and this is coming from somebody that glances in and glances out until the bigger pay-per-views come around. But the one thing I've noticed that they're building around both tag team divisions. They're getting them set up. I don't know what the men's kind of always been this
Sammy
really
and
hazy thing, but
Sammy and them, that
they're
whole
going to
thing.
do something with the whole. I can tell they're going to do something with the division. The women's division, they're still they're still trying to establish. This is what I get for sticking my head back in. Why y'all chilling for Liv Morgan like this? But, but that's D. So, but
Um,
but but I get it. You're trying to make the tag team division feel a little bit more fuller. Also, something to get off my chest. I finally, after seeing that they're having a baby, congratulations to Corey and Camilla. I can finally say this. I finally unfollowed Camilla. Thank Jesus. Oh, why, D? Is because she's pregnant? No, I just need the excuse to bounce out and be a pig and say, oh, she ain't pretty no more. I needed something to leave. Why? And, here's the funny thing, though. Blame my wife for this. I think Corey and her are racist as
I mean,
I think they're both like, whoa, that's very racist. And you're putting on tanning, you know what I mean? Like,
first,
wow.
I am loving how much of a fucking just how chaotic Asuka has been lately as champion because
Yes.
she has been running wild all over Charlotte, just fucking her life up
Yes.
as she should. I'm like, oh, Charlotte, you're about to get unleashed by Asuka at the next pay-per-view.
Oh, dog. I think the whole thing with Oscar being just the chaos agent she's been is actually what they always wanted to do with her. I feel like this was a thing that Vince was really against because I think Vince is really against girls being ugly or having some type of thing where you don't find them attractive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's one of the things like, nah, that's her character. That's her whole thing. It ain't about not being attractive because there's a lot of dudes that still beat up on Oscar. Look at all that with all that blue paint on. Like, nah, keep the paint on, girl. Like, come on now. Like, oh, you gotta think differently. But anyway, let's get in. Let's actually real
The
quick, man.
Bloodline?
This, oh my God, yes, sir. The
So
bloodline, the whole thing with the bloodline has been
well,
has been funny, yeah.
first off, Roman has a new Universal title belt.
Yes, he does.
Seth won the Big Gold belt, the new Big Gold belt. So
Yeah.
we have split championships now. But funny thing, I like how Paul Heyman still has both of the old belts, and Roman is just like, nah, we're keeping these old belts and I have this new belt, so we're just gonna keep that party going.
I'm kind of with Roman on that. And I know a lot of people hate the little whole. Come on, we all seen the picture of Triple H now roaming with all the belts. Yeah, we've seen this shit a billion times. But I'm for this. I am the unified champion. Just in case for y'all forgot what it is. Wise man. Put him up like.
Thank you.
I'm with Roman. It's unnecessary flexing that a heel should do. And it's the best type of flexing a heel should do in his position because his world is falling apart on him. So it's the best. One of the best things that Paul Heyman does is when his heel is getting his ass kicked, he will clutch onto that belt harder. No, and he'll go for it. So this whole, I will admit, glancing it out, this was making my head hurt of what's going on. What the hell? Is he going to betray his cousin? Like, whatever. So finally, I tuned in on the right night. And he said, no, you out. And I'm out. And super kicked that nigga. I was like, yo!
Snoka was like,
yo, he looked dumb. He runs over there. Jimmy, super kick. Both, super kick. Roman gets up. This is one of those I teared up because I see my sons and my nephews in this situation. Because what happened was pure. They've been planning this since they were kids. Roman gets up. What you doing? What the fuck? You don't know all that, right? He gets up. Double super kick. He hits that canvas like he got shot in the head. Bam! You heard him hit the ground like plop. I was like, oh my God. Y'all were ready for this. How much you want to bet when they were 13, all shirtless in the basement? Nah. If we both hit you at the same time.
Oh my
So,
god.
like I said, I had a moment as a father, like, oh my God, that's my kids. My kids are already doing stupid ass skits like that. They did one where they had the belt and they were all running around, and my son, and they playing for them like circle, circle, circle. He turns around, all three of the cousins, super kid. It's like that crap. You know what I mean? Like this was nah. Close the door. We had this. Nah, this is what we did when we was like 12. Now, Triple H, I need you like now, Paul, do me a favor and like iron it out for us, all right? So what we do is
Oh man. Now
that's what
those
it
kind
felt
of,
like to me, man. It
I mean
felt like
that,
some
that yeah,
real
that
kid shit, and I loved it.
this whole thing is gonna be crazy. Obviously, it's this is gonna be interesting because like I said, Roman's Universal Champion. He's gonna have to drop the belt to somebody. We don't know. Still.
I know one person. This person,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that person.
Oh yeah, because Money in the Bank is coming up.
Oh, I'm rooting for LA Knight. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
no, I'm not gonna play it again. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, boy. Uh,
So we
the
got
pop,
Ricochet.
the
Dude,
pop that he got. Like, there's something to follow a Shinsuke pop. A Shinsuke pop is hard to follow because that whole crowd, like still buzzing, and Shinsuke now is feeling. Oh, so he's going with the groove of it now.
so we
But
got
to
so
come after that, and when LA Knight's music came off, that pop, I was like, this nigga about to he about to win it, and he should win it.
41 years old, about to win the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I think it's
This is
prime
gonna
time.
be interesting,
It's
especially with
prime
Pete
time.
Dunne.
Yeah, it's prime time for all these dudes, man. So you got Ricochet, Santos, LA, Shinsuke, Pete Dunne, and fucking on Damian Priest. That
It's gonna
I
be
don't need to
ridiculous.
watch nothing. What time does this shit start? 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
I'm gonna be out of town. I gotta
Oh
watch
my
this shit
god,
somehow.
I gotta make sure I'm off work. Oh, I
Yeah.
gotta make sure I'm off work when this shit comes on. Are
No,
you
this
serious?
the
3 in
fun,
the afternoon?
bro.
Oh my god.
The funniest match on this list: Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio.
Yes, Cody and Dominic. Do you want to know, oddly enough, as stupid as this build up is, because I'm like Cody too. I just want to see Brock Lesnar. That's all I want. And here comes this little nigga. Hey, you can fight me. Like,
Okay.
get out of my way. And all of a sudden, Rhea shows up, looking like Rhea.
Yeah. All gothy looking.
Stop. Why you all aggressive in front of me? Shit. like I do, but real talk. Cody can do it. Cause Cody would be the one. Cause she's gonna hide behind Cody. Dominic's gonna hide behind Rhea. Cody's gonna Irish whip that bitch into the corner and do a move. How great would that be? He grabs Rhea, throw in the corner, drop kick. That crowd will lose it. No, nah, fuck that disaster kick. She get hit with a disaster kick. That crowd was like, yeah, get her 1, 2, 3. They would lose it.
The one that's interesting. So it's the
They would
women's.
lose it. I hope it happens. Too.
So the women's Money in the Bank is interesting because there are some storylines with this,
Mhm, yes,
particularly
there
with two women. So you got Zelina,
Zelina,
Becky, Zoe,
Becky.
Bailey, Io Sky, and Trish Stratus. The storyline being
Trish
Trish and Becky.
Stratus. First off, Trish, you've never been up a ladder before. I question.
Also, yo, Becky and Trish's fucking storyline is funny as shit because Trish was like, well, I think it was one of the Raw. She was throwing out bars like, ooh, shit, she got her on that one.
Trish over here speaking all these bars like she ain't coasted over everybody because she had the best looking titties in the locker room. I love that. That's what's the funny part about. As much as I'm with
You ain't
Trish
wrong.
dragging Becky has every right. I'm sorry, who did you wrestle? She really like, no. All respect. It's just Lita. Who did you?
Yeah, it really is just Lita in the grand scheme.
And
It's not.
a bunch of women who are better than you that laid down. So who did you really beat? I'm with Becky. Like, yo, shit.
And it's not
Like,
like
I love you. We all love you, Trish, but we see your generation.
Look, I want to see. To be honest, though, I want to see Io win that.
I would love to see. All right. Okay, let me just go. All right, much like the men. All right, real quick on the men. Ricochet, God, we all know that LA is probably due
LA
to
is gonna
win
probably
this.
get it. He's due.
But Ricochet is going to look good. Shinsuke is going to get one good move in there. Oh God, Pete Dunne is going to be doing all the cool shit. Trust me.
Oh, that's right. Logan Paul's in the shit
Pete
too.
and Ricochet are going to be doing all the cool shit. There's going to be a nice spot with Logan Paul and Ricochet. Damien is going to toss somebody off. I think the last two people going for the belt will be Shinsuke and LA Knight.
Oh yeah.
They're the two rightfully the best people in the ring. They will probably go for it. I don't think Shinsuke is going. Now, I tell you one thing. You know what wouldn't surprise me?
What?
Shinsuke winning.
Ooh, that's
Winning
a dark
would
horse
not-
for me.
That wouldn't surprise me. Another person winning would be Damian Priest. That wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah.
The chaos in me actually wants Logan to win this, but I don't think he's up for it yet.
Nah.
Because I actually respect Logan's character enough in the whole grand scheme of things, John.
Yeah.
I actually respect his character, so it's like, Logan. No. I'm gonna say now the women. Zelina, I love you. I don't see you winning it. Becky's not going to win it. She don't need to win it. Becky and Trish, you can just take them out. They're not going to win this.
So that's Io, Zoe, and Bayley.
Zoe, you just got there half a no. So that's Bayley and Io. That's the storyline. It's going to be Bayley and Io.
I think
they're going
Io's
to be the last two on that. They're going to be the last two on that ladder. Either somebody's going to knock both of them off, and that person will be Zelina. Oh my God, it can't be Zelina up to win this.
Well, she was queen of ring, so you know.
Like I said, Becky and Trish, that's it. Zoe just got there. She's not winning crap.
Yeah.
So, like I said, Bayley and Io cancel each other out because they're going to be fighting for that. So, yeah. Wow, Zelina. Wow, okay. I guess Zelina.
You want to know the one match out of this card that I'm really like saying why? Ronda and Shayna versus Liv and Raquel.
Yeah, like I said, that when Liv came back last night, I was like, and
Raquel, I'm still trying to figure
Liv,
out.
So
I'm trying to figure out Raquel.
I don't like Raquel. Personally, I don't, but they really do need to fill up that tag team division. So fine, fair enough.
Seth and Finn's gonna be good.
Seth and Finn's gonna be interesting because number one is going to be they're going to be in the O2 arena. Number one. Number two, there's going to be loud because Seth is going to come out there. But if Finn comes out there in demon makeup or anything like it, the pop is going to be insane for him too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think real talk, let's just keep it real. We know what's going to be. That's going to be the wrestling match of the night. That's going to be the match that's going to make us go, oh, I'm tired. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit, y'all niggas burnt the ring up.
The Bloodline Civil War is going to be the interesting one, just from a storyline perspective. Usos
the Civil War, like again, as much as I am not really interested, I am very tuned into seeing how this shit ends. like I do have a feeling that Solo is going to end up like winning this match from Roman, but how's it all going to play out? Yeah. Also, if he's on the side of, if he's ringside, fine. But I better not see Rikishi waddle his ass down to that damn ring. I better not see Rikishi hop over that thing and do what I think he's going to do.
What? Bow down to Roman? I did it for Roman. I did it for the bloodline.
Can you imagine? Oh man, and you know it'll be good because it's gonna be like their Uncle Rod. It's gonna be just like Yokozuna. You know, he come out there, yo, Dad, what you doing? He come over there, snap, powerballer, yeah. Oh, Rikishi just powerball Jimmy. Like, no,
his own son.
His own son. Jimmy, look, Jay has to Ooh, I feel bad for Jay. Jay has to go for it. Jay goes for his dad. He beats up his dad. Solo hits him with a Samoan spike, throws him in the corner. Guess what Rikishi do? Stink face. Roll out the ring, Roman. 1, 2, 3. That crowd's going to be pissed. Just so we can see Rikishi. Everybody like you did it for, everybody always going to say you did it for Roman. You already know who I did this for.
I did it for the bloodline.
Just for the bloodline. How you gonna be his brother? I better not.
Here's
see
the crazy
Rikishi.
part, D.
I better not see Rikishi's fat ass in
But
that
D,
car. I better not.
did we predict that as part of our like WrestleMania thing last year? Where it was like,
We've
man,
been-
what
we've
happens?
been
Because we
waiting-
thought The Rock was gonna do it, right? Like,
We
when it
have
was
been
rumored.
waiting for The Rock or Rikishi to show up at any time, man. Oh,
man.
God forbid, science forbid this fucking happens.
Bro, I would lose. No, I'm gonna be out of town and
I
I'm gonna lose
can't.
my
I
mind.
can't, bro.
I'm gonna be on my phone like,
I
oh my
can't,
god,
bro.
Rikishi did it. He did it.
Rikishi did it all. I knew he did. Why are you doing? He did it for the bloodline.
All of a sudden, Tamina comes out of nowhere. I'm with the bloodline too.
Boy, to me, a part of it, like it's already bad enough. See, that's one thing. It's already bad enough. This man had a goddamn nerve to tell Alpha and Seeker to get their old asses up in the middle of COVID to back up back up nephew and for Seeker to come out there for his son. It's already bad enough he had them niggas risk COVID to bring their asses out there to be over. We've been waiting on Rikishi. Thank God they ain't do the Goober shit and had Nia come out there and do something with Roman. You know what I mean? Thank God they ain't go that far with it, man. But we've been waiting for Rikishi or Dwayne to show up at any time.
Let's be real, D. I feel Nia is not invited to the family
I
dinners
feel like
now.
Nia is not invited to that family reunion. Yes, sir.
After she came out anti-vax, it's like we're not invited.
Not the anti-vax. I just believe that, like all families, there's just some niggas in your family you don't talk to because they weird. You know that's what's her face's daughter, and they do stuff differently than us.
Speaking of which, The Rock's daughter, she's just existing in NXT currently right now. She's just there.
That bitch makes faces with a big chin. That's it. I said it. I said, look, girl, I like you. I actually think there's. I don't know.
There's potential.
I don't know if there's potential yet, but you making these Sonny Chiba faces is not doing it for D. I don't know what you're doing, and I don't know what the whole thing is with you being a part. See, all right. I can admit with NXT, I don't watch NXT nearly enough to be.
I watch it.
Integrated with what the groups are going in some of the storylines. Same thing with AEW. You know what I mean? I don't know enough to really judge of what you're doing or your group of characters, especially if I don't know what the
Grayson put this way. The only person out of NXT that Grayson, I'm looking at Grayson like, so Grayson, are you ready for the main roster?
Grayson is ready, but I don't think he's ready. Personally, I don't think he's ready. I think Carmelo is, but I understand why they slow walking Carmelo to the main roster. Yeah. Braun already proved that Braun's not going to go to the main roster.
Braun needs to work on his mic skills.
The one person that has shown that he's ready, but I don't think they're ready to put him in anything yet, is on Dragunov. Yeah. Dragunov is proven that he's going to be a fucking problem. As soon as they can give him a gimmick that's going to make him just like Gunther, where he's like, see, the one thing I do like about Gunther being in WWE is that he does bring this, like, even with Vince, he always had this one wrestler that brought it in there. Like, no, I'm the standard of wrestling.
It's the
you know what I mean?
It's the William Regal effect.
I don't know. I'll go farther than that. Bob Backlund.
Yes.
It's a Bob Backlund. Because even in their wackiness, you had Bob Backlund. Even like, I'm Bob Backlund doing all that. Second as match start, this nigga turns to the Daniel Bryan at age 50 and doing all these holes and all the rest of that, man. Lord, man. Danielson and Bob Backlund are the same man. I've never seen those two in the same place in the same time, bro. But that's what I'm saying. They were all like, there was always a wrestler there that's going to bring up the standard of wrestler. Gunther is that person. The Imperium is that, and there's pockets of that all over in WWE. So there, I like that.
Pete Dunne's
if you could really, Pete Dunne's one, but Pete Dunne, see Pete there. The styles WWE is encompassing of all styles in wrestling, which is a tough thing to do. So there's strong style wrestlers, there are English strong style wrestlers, there's people who I call cowboy wrestlers, there are people who I like to call models,
Mhm.
which is and model wrestlers aren't bad. They're picturesque. They're Lex Luger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing the torture act because look at what it shows you out here, man. Like you like there are some wrestlers that they're cosmetic. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I understand that shit. And then there are people who are just wrestlers. You know what I mean? So I think with Dragunov's one of them. That motherfucker's insane. As soon as they give him a gimmick that can work, I think he's a champion in the making, man. I really mean that. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it for Working Title
Is
Sports
that
Show.
it? Is that it? Do we gotta talk about anything else? Oh, one more stupid thing.
My God.
Okay, so first off, none of y'all niggas was gonna tell me that this dude had his own team.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, he ruined an entire franchise in less than 4 months.
Are you shocked? I'm not shocked.
The Albany Empire, who had a chance to go back into see indoor football does have a place in this country, and in smaller markets like Albany, yeah, you know, hey, we got an indoor football team, cool, you know what I mean? Different. I mean, it's made for small cities, you know what I mean? You just ruined the legacy, and apparently the Albany Empire is a known force in indoor football, and you ruined that franchise. Oh, they kicked about everything.
Oh,
Oh my god.
real
I
quick.
don't. I have nothing, man.
Oh, real quick. So this XFL season went off without a hitch.
Yes, he did.
It
Yes,
went
he
off
did.
without a
Oh,
hitch.
The Rock lost money, but he went off without a hitch.
Well, it went off without a hitch. I mean, look, I think we said it best.
Oh yeah, we said it was going to lose money.
It was going to lose money its first year, obviously. Like,
Yeah, I think what's going on with The Rock in that situation is separate from the success that the XFL is having. I don't. So when I hear people talk about the XFL is failing, like, no, The Rock did something stupid. The thing itself is okay. It's going to be here next season. So-
the DC Defenders lost to the Arlington
Yes,
Renegades
they did, yeah.
XFL championship, which is unfortunate.
Which
Because the
unfortunate,
DC
but
Defenders were fucking kicking ass this season. So
I'm glad that Arlington, but here's the funny thing about that, man. Even though I went in the XFL this year, they were the best two. I knew they were the best two teams the whole year, and I had a feeling they was going to go to the championship. I knew the Defenders were. They were just really great this year.
But
bro.
even besides them losing money this year, which again is expected because the first year, obviously, you're doing a lot of stuff. It's looking like even past that because I think everybody only brought up losing money because to make fun of The Rock and Black Adam and all
Oh
that.
yeah, of
shit.
course.
But
And that's,
past that, it
yeah,
looks like
and like I said-
2024 season is gonna be strong.
and like I said, with Rock's investments, it's separate to the success and the not success of the XFL. So you can't bring that up. I will give the XFL that they. I can really see the USFL giving up and merging with the XFL. I
Hey,
can see the USFL. Oh, shout out to my boy Ronald, man, who's administrator on the Working Title Sports Show on the Wrestle Corner Forum and all the rest of that. Shout out to him. He goes to all the Memphis games down there, and I learned something. So you mean to tell me only one half of the field can see the action, the other half is bordered out? Wow, there's nobody going to these games, bro.
It's crazy.
XFL, and this is like, all right. Granted, Memphis compared to Washington D.C. is not a good example, and it really ain't, because you look at the XFL game, you look at that, half of Audi Stadium's filled up. Half of that thing, if not all of it, is filled up to see the Defenders play. So you don't get that same type of atmosphere that you do in the USFL, and that's just unfortunate. But two different spring leagues, bro. You know what I mean? So, but I can see them getting ate up and going to the XFL. I can see that.
I mean, so
That's like 2 years. That's like 2 years from now. I know, man. But yeah.
Yeah, but that was the big thing. But yeah, it's like I said, I'm hopeful for the XFL season. Like I said, it's giving people chances that couldn't make the NFL, and it's great. So hey, like I said, 2024 season is looking like it's pretty good. I think they had to make some small cuts, for monetary reasons, which I think it was like 30 people total that they had to cut, which, I thought it was going to be more than that, but I mean, it's unfortunate they had to cut, but it just is what it is and stuff.
Yeah, that's
But
just
yeah,
man. That was going to happen, man. We knew that.
yeah,
Like I said, we knew that, and anybody that knows the sport should have known that was going to happen. So
yeah. But other than that, yeah, that is about it.
yes, sir.
2 more months and NFL season starts.
Yeah, we act like we give a fuck. Let's like I said again, like we always do at the end of a Working Talent Sports show. We'll try to do a movie.
Oh, yeah, we'll try. We'll try. We always
We'll
do.
see, man. We're going to be busy. We're coming up on San Diego, so it's going to be really funny, man. We'll see where we go with that, man.
All right. Well, we catch you guys later. Peace out. Thanks for joining in.